guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another of my speed build videos. It's been a while, I know, it's been a long time, but here we are again, another speed build, and today I'm bringing to you something slightly different, something that I don't even normally do, or that I normally have not been doing, which is a shell challenge. You certainly are already familiarized with Kate Emerald. You know for sure who Kate Emerald is, but if you don't know, please go check her YouTube channel. Make sure you follow her and watch a couple of her speed builds, and you are going to know exactly what I am talking about. She is absolutely amazing. She comes up with the most interesting tricks when it comes to building in The Sims 4. She always finds a tricky way to get to the solution that she wants when it comes to how she wants the build to look. So she has a couple of tricks, a lot of tricks, including infinity pools, bridges that we don't actually have in the game, for example, a lot of things. If you go check her tutorials, her speed builds, you are going to find amazing tricks there. So what are we doing today? Today I decided to give it a try on her new shell challenge that she decided to call the most tricky Sims 4 shell. Yes, the shell is available on the gallery. So the rules that she mentioned on the YouTube video where she talks about the challenge are, let's read. Let's go to the don'ts. So don't remove or move the walls I've built. Don't add any walls on the exterior. You can only add walls on the interior to create a floor plan. Don't remove any of my floor pieces, foundation pieces. You may only remove them on the inside for stairs, for example, or a loft type or of style, or a sunken room. Don't add foundation pieces. Do not use CC. So what are we allowed to do then here? Walls can be added on the interior to create a floor plan. You may replace my walls with fences, spandrels, and half walls. You're allowed to add walls on the interior, see rule above. This way you can close off the rooms you've opened up by replacing walls with fences, walls, or spandrels. All packs can be used. Base game only or limited packs is of course allowed as well. All sheets are allowed. Tool is allowed. Guys, if you don't know what tool is, you need to check. I have started use tool as soon as it was released, and it was already amazing. I ended up later removing the mod because every time we have a new patch, we need to update, and the mods get updated. So I was always removing all my CC and putting it back. And there was a time when I was not building as much in The Sims, so I decided to kind of stop caring about getting the new versions of my mods. So that was basically the reason why I didn't have to, and also because I was trying to avoid to spend a lot of time on the same building, and with tool I end up spending way longer on each build, which is not happening now because tool has new features. So guys, make sure you go on twistedmaxi.com. I believe I'm giving you the right URL. If I'm not, I'm gonna give in the comments, not the comments, and the description on the video below, and you can know more about it. I actually use it in the video. You should be able to see. Next rule, you may change the wall height and foundation height. Terrain tool and paint can be used. You can change the terrain however you like. This includes the existing terrain I manipulated for the shell. The shell has to be placed on a 30-30 lot. There is one in Newcrest which is included in the base game, but you may use any other 30 by 30 lot. You may add as many stairs, roofs, fences, this includes half walls, pools, landscaping, etc. as you want. Decorate this shell however you like to make it yours. You may rotate the shell, which is also something very nice. I didn't do it. Upload your build to the gallery by August 25 with the hashtag Kate Emerald's Tricky Shell. Okay, so what have I decided to do here? As soon and why am I doing this actually? Because I never do shell challenges, and the reason why I normally don't do is because building the shell is actually a part of building that I do love very much. So normally I don't go, I don't just furnish a building done by someone else. And also when I'm furnishing a build or when I'm building something, I'm always imagining both the outside and the inside. So that's why I don't really like to complete a building that was created by someone else, let's put it that way. But as soon as I saw this shell, to be honest, I think I saw it on Twitter. Yes, I saw Kate's tweet about the challenge, and I saw the thumbnail, and as soon as I saw that little hole on the foundation and the terrain that she did, I completely felt inspired to do exactly what I'm doing here. So my first idea was to fit a lake inside that that hole, that square hole that we have on the foundation, on the first tier, on the higher tier of the foundation. And that's what I did here. So I created a lake there, a small pond with bamboos coming from it, and then we have a waterfall that goes down to the lowest tier of the foundation, where we have the remaining waters that actually come from the waterfall. And I decided to give it Asian look because the shape itself reminded me, for some reason, in my head I instantly saw some kind of Asian inspired build. So here, I am not very familiarized with Asian architectural details, so I'm not going to say that this building is Asian or completely Asian inspired. And by Asian I mean specifically Japan, but I do see a lot of details that remind me of images that I normally see from houses in Japan. Of course, this is, let's say that this build was someone very, very rich, some European very, very rich, probably living in France or even Portugal, who decided to use this terrain that they had and built a space focused on, let's say, mental health. So this is, we can say that this is kind of a spa, because I used a lot of the spa items and features inside this building, but my main goal here is to be a place where the Sims can go to spend an entire day, or, well, not more than one day, because I didn't place any actual beds and features like bedrooms or so. So let's say that they would come here to spend an entire day, even alone or with family, or just a couple, I don't know, and they would be focused especially on themselves, on relaxing, on thinking about whatever they want to think, or spending time together. I don't know, that was my general idea. I guess it's because I actually need a space where I can go and disconnect from everything, and maybe that's what I had in mind when I came up with this idea, because this place actually gives me that feeling, like the waterfalls, the waters going down. I added a few of those meditation, what is it called? Stools? Are they stools? Well, those items where Sims can sit to meditate. We have a few yoga mats as well. And right now, if the voiceover is correctly synchronized with the video, I'm already building the inside. So in the inside of the building, I decided on the, let's call this floor the first floor, and underneath this one would be the ground floor. Yes, so on the first floor we basically have a room divided by curtains, and each space has room for a massage table. So here the Sims would be able to get massages. I placed, I believe, 3 massage tables with curtains, so I made it in the way that it would look like the Sims would be able to close the curtains to give some privacy to who is, well, both who is having the massage and who is making the massage. Then I added 2 more rooms for that chair, where the Sims can have their feet and hands massaged. I guess is massage the word. Yeah, for those who don't know, I am Portuguese and English is not really my native language, so pardon for my accent in my words. And yeah, so if you need some translation, or if you have any question about something that I said that you did not exactly understood, feel free to ask in the comments below, or to stop by my Twitch channel where I do live streams 3 times a week, most of them in drag, and we can chat and discuss what you did not understand. I apologize. So what have I done here in this building, in this part of the building? So we have the massage tables. I added a couple of candles to decorate. Oh, and there's an extra room. The extra room I did is to be like some storage where they would store some extra towels. Yeah, basically for the staff member to use. By this window there's like, let's call it a hallway. By the end of the hallway there's a beautiful window where you can see not only the lot landscape, but we can also see the sea, because this lot I decided to build on the smallest island in Windenburg. What's the lot called? I don't know the lot name. Well, it's the one where we have some ruins from Get Together, so we are building in Windenburg. Because when I was looking for a 30 by 30 lot, I actually realized that we don't really have a lot of 30 by 30 lots, and I ended up building here. So this is a lot type that we cannot even change. What is it called? I can't remember. Sorry, but you know which one I'm talking about. So it's the one that has the ruins, and normally Sims come here to have parties when we have those notifications while doing gameplay. Yeah, that's the one. So here by the window I decided to add a seat for, let's imagine, for one of the staff members while they are waiting for someone to come and ask for a massage, or even for one of the guests that are waiting for a massage, in case all the 3 tables are in use. Oh, and you can see now me using tool. So right here I'm using tool to actually set the height of the candles to make sure that they are perfectly placed on the right level on that stool. That stool is one of my favorite one of my favorite items, and I love to use it as a table. I'm not sure I do believe, yeah, I'm gonna say that. I think the first person I saw using it as a table was Hey Harry. Or maybe I use it and then I saw her using it too. I don't know. Back then we were both streaming and we were watching each other stream, so I'm not sure even if I saw her doing it first or if we actually did it, both of us. But maybe I do believe I saw her doing first because she got early access and she probably did that on one of her first builds when the pack came out. So probably when I actually got my hands in the pack, I had seen her doing it already. Well, it's not that important, is it? It's a great way to use that stool. I actually use it more as a table than I use it as a stool. Another great item, one of my favorites, are those candles that we got with Eco Lifestyle that I'm using here a lot. I always felt a lack of candles in the game. And these ones not only are amazing, but we can also, if you have testing sheets on, we can set the level of burns, well, of how melted the candles are from being used, because they actually melt in the game. And you need to make more, so you can have more. So I don't intend to turn them on because I don't want to be replacing them all the time. But I set different stages, so they actually look like they have been used here, which is amazing. A trick that I did here and I love. I've never done it before besides in this building, but I did it and I'm loving it, which is what I'm doing with this bamboo. So I'm using this, I think it's from Spade, the vase with the bamboos. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, well, I'm sorry. I don't know. I do believe it's from Spade, the vase with the bamboos. And then I'm using the base game bamboo sized down, the one with the leaves. I think I sized it down twice or 3 times, depending of how big I put the vase with the bamboos in. But I'm combining them both because I don't really use those vases with the bamboos because I don't like the bamboos without the leaves. I don't know, it's just a preference. The leaves that a bamboo have, it's my favorite kind of leaves in plants. I think I'm saying leaves and it's not leaves, it's leaves. Yeah. Well, I said English is not my first language. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love to combine those. I used it here first and I love how it looks. I love those leaves. All the plants with leaves like that are my favorite. All of them. So now into the chair to do hand massage and feet massage. In this section I decided to add the sink too because well, they should have a sink nearby. They need to wash their hands every time they are massaging guests, right? Especially when you go from one guest to the other. I think it was very much needed. So I also placed a lot of towels everywhere. I tried to go with in terms of light, I tried to go with not much more than the candles light, because I wanted the light to be low. This is meant to be a place for people to relax, and I really wanted oh, here I am using tool again to place the towels properly. This is why I love the tool. This is very much why I love the tool. I do a lot of clutter. I've been trying to clutter a bit less in some of the buildings that I do. It depends, of course. I actually did a market recently, some Oriental inspired market. I did like a fusion from markets from India, Morocco, and Egypt. So I tried to get inspiration from a lot of photos that I saw from those places and combined all in one market. It's on the gallery, and of course that was extremely cluttered. But in other builds like this one, I try to not add too much clutter. And anyways, I was saying that I love tools, especially because how we can elevate the builds, how we can elevate the items to exactly the point where we want. That's my favorite addition with tool. Of course, we can rotate items, and sometimes when we are trying to, when we have specific ideas that we want to recreate in the game, sometimes you wish to be able to rotate items in however direction we want, and yes, tool gives us that. Tool gives us that, exactly that feature, so that is great, and that's another addition, great addition with tool. Now, I decided to jump a bit outside of the building, so there's this round balcony on the first floor of the building that is perfect as well, has a great view all around. This lot is great because you have great views, apart from the back, where we have the oh my god, how can we say that? The ruins walls. Apart from the back, all around, like left, right, and front of the build, you have amazing landscaping. So here on the balcony, I decided to put one of those meditation stools and some candles around, and I think this is one of the perfect places to do meditation and relax. Also, you can hear the waters from the waterfall, which is absolutely amazing. I love to hear water falling. The noise is so, not the noise because it's not noise, it's a sound. The sound is so delicious. Yeah, here I'm adding a bit of clutter, but it's just, in specific, strategically placed. I decided to add a few benches around so that people could go outside and appreciate the nature as well, and not only the inside of the building, so you would be able to hear the waterfalls no matter where you are in the building. In this place, one of the requirements is for people to not make noise. So if you come here and you yell, if you scream, you are banned from this place. You never come back again because they don't allow you to come back in here. This is a relaxing place. No room for screams, okay? Also, is there a lot trait like no kids allowed? We need that. We don't have that, because that's definitely a lot trait that this lot should have. I would add the what's that one called, like the calm. There's one that is calm that shows you like a reading logo icon thingy. So that's one that would be great, because this is a place to relax. And if there was one for no kids, that would be perfect. So here, there was a jump in terms of building. So on the ground floor, we have this amazing pool. What is my idea in this pool? So this pool, and this is where the entire build comes now. This is where the idea for the entire build starts to show. So remember that pond that we have on the higher parts of the basement? Yes. So those same waters from that pool actually are in this, from that lake, that pond, are actually the same waters that are inside this pool. So my idea is that those waters would be heated, so inside the room the water would be warm, and this swimming pool is so hot water. The room is supposed to be steaming. I added the thermostat here and is set to warm. I also added the steamy item inside the swimming pool. I added those benches with tool, and the Sims can sit on those, even being on the pool. So they actually get inside the pool to be able to sit on those benches, and I do love how this is looking in the end. There's another trick that you are going to be able to see on the right side very soon, but now you can see me testing a little bit. So in here I decided to try to do like a short table. Of course this is very Japanese inspired. So I used to make the table and the stools sink into the basement. I know that this seems like their feet and half of their legs almost also sink into the basement. I'm sorry about that, but it works in gameplay apart from that little thingy that I'm not really a fan of, but in general I love how it looks. Honestly, I love. I would my original idea when I went to this section of the room was to cut the basement and do a sunken kind of room and then put a table inside, because that would give us the same illusion, even though it was not in like as short, but that would give us the illusion. But it's not possible because that little corner of the room is a 3x3 square, so there was no way for me to do. If it was like 4x4 or bigger, I could have done that, but there was no way, because for me to cut the floor and create the access with stairs for the Sims to get in there, it wouldn't work. I tried. Oh sorry, it's not 3x3, it's 3x2, and that was the problem. Anyways, I love how it looks. I decided to use those plants that we got with Nifty Knitting. They are amazing. I love them very much. So this place is all about bamboos and candles. So the plants, even though I love them, were not looking, I love the plants, but they were taking me into a different direction with this room. So I decided to remove them and just put some bamboos in there. And I felt better. It just looked better. So yeah, I decided to add the wind chimes here too, because it gives us that moodlet, which is amazing. Because my goal here is for the Sims to have as many moodlets as possible, because the main goal here is for the Sims to go here and regenerate, feel relaxed and feel happy and feel good when they while they are here, and take a bit of that feeling when they go back home. And maybe for the next day, I don't know how long those moodlets would last, but that was the general idea. So back to the other half of the building, but still on the ground floor, I decided to use those sleeping pods that I believe I've never used before, but keeping the whole relaxation idea, I decided that those sleeping pods would fit perfectly in this kind of build, because if you come here to regenerate, to have some mental relaxation moment. I'm using relaxing and everything in those words a lot. Some mental health moment for yourself. Maybe I can put it that way. I think like using those sleeping pods would be amazing. Let's think that in real life. If you could go to a place to have the best nap of your life, who would not pay for that? I would. And even if you don't like naps, you can sleep the entire night there if you want, as long as you pay. In this case, you don't even have to pay, you just need to go there, use it, and go back home, which is amazing. So yes, I did that small room with curtains as well, and you have the sleeping pod, so that room is specifically just for 2 Sims at a time. Go there and have some nap or actually sleep. And and spend some time there and absolutely feel great when they leave the place. What else do we have on the ground floor? We have a little reception area. I tried a few things in this place and nothing was really working, so I kept it really simple. I think the sofas that I used there, the chairs, not sofas, the armchairs that I used there are base game. We have the vases with the bamboos again. I don't know, but anyways, the building is done. The building is complete. I hope you guys enjoy. Please not follow because it's easy to. Please subscribe and enjoy the tour. Bye guys, thank you for watching.